Online and on DAB Digital Radio. Sports Day with Russ Hargreaves on TalkSport 2.
We're across to Madrid, where I'm delighted to say that Goal.com's Chelsea correspondent Nizaar Kinsella joins us to look ahead to our big TalkSport 2 commentary game. Nizaar, really appreciate your time, mate. Good to have you on. How you doing?
Yeah, no worries. I'm great. Great to be here, obviously, and just seeing that wonderful stadium yesterday. It's really worth a visit if you ever get the chance. Wanda Metropolitano, brand new Atletico Madrid Stadium.
Yeah, I absolutely love brand new stadiums. I've got to say, I went to Lyon's brand new one a couple of years ago, and I was absolutely chuffed to bits to see that. And this, I believe, is even more impressive.
Yeah, nothing that gets a football nerd going than a football stadium, a brand new one. But yeah, this one's 272 million. Not even, it's not that much more than Neymar costs. So quite good value for money as well.
Very good, and it will, of course, be the backdrop to our commentary game. Atleti against Chelsea, dominated in one sense, Nizaar, by Atletico Madrid re-signing Diego Costa, even though everyone knows he won't play until January. But it's still a great story, isn't it?
Yeah, worst kept secret in football transfer history. But it's done now, thankfully. It's been a long time coming, but I think that Atletico Madrid were de-incentivised to signing him because they had the transfer ban. He can't play until January, so he can't play tomorrow, which Azpilicueta described as good news and little advantage. But yeah, it's I think everyone's sort of relieved that it's over, and that includes the clubs, the players. I think he's the one Simeone wanted. He'll take Atletico Madrid to another level. He's a great striker, but Chelsea have moved on and got their guy who's banging in the goals, haven't they? Alvaro Morata's doing brilliantly and coming into the game off the back of a stunning hat-trick, a really, really good hat-trick, and looks to have adapted not only to the Premier League but to Chelsea's style of play.
So Atleti finding their feet after not a brilliant start to the La Liga campaign, but they're certainly firing now. And Chelsea, as we know, again, one early stumble, but they've been winning hand over fist since mostly as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult game for Chelsea. They've, Atletico Madrid have been really good in the Champions League in recent years. They eliminated Chelsea in the semi-final in 2014. They won 3-1 at Stamford Bridge, and Costa scored in that victory, and Chelsea went on to sign Costa. But yeah, it's a really difficult game. The group's tight. There's Roma in the group as well. I don't think much of Karabag after seeing them play. I think they were terrible, got beat 6-0, and they're worse than Forest, who I've seen play at Stamford Bridge this season. So it's really, I think that every team's going to win every game against Karabag, and it's just down to these games whether you get through or end up in the Europa League, because there's going to be a fine line. If Chelsea struggle tonight and then struggle against Roma in the coming two games, then you've got to worry for them. But Atletico Madrid, Chelsea are trying to paint them as favourites, put pressure on them. In the press conferences yesterday, both Azpilicueta and Antonio Conte seem to be drilled to be talking about Atletico Madrid as favourites on the basis of their recent Champions League form. So, I think that might be a plan and a tactic for Chelsea to try and heap the pressure on in a new stadium and call in this side favourites.
So just finally then, Nizaar, if you're going to look at one or two of the key performers on both teams, I see again Antoine Griezmann. There's talk about will he still maybe go to Manchester United next year, by the way. But who do you think are one or two of the star performers, and tactically, how might the two managers look at this one to try and get the edge? Because again, there's going to be a huge amount of acumen there, isn't there?
Yeah, it could be quite a cagey game, I believe. I think that Chelsea might go 3-5-2. Hazard might come back in because Conte said that Pedro has a minor injury, so that's another reason that Hazard might actually start a game. He started against Forest, but that's his only start so far for Chelsea. So he'll be a key player. Morata, obviously, is the one that the Spanish journalists have been focusing on a lot before this game with the Real Madrid connection. But yeah, I think David Luiz is coming back into the side despite hurting his wrist as well. But yeah, for Atletico Madrid, you're right to pick out Antoine Griezmann, just a sensational player, one of the truly elite players in world football. But they've got a really cracking defence. They're really well organised. People like Diego Godin, a brilliant, great goalkeeper, Jan Oblak. There's a lot of talent there. Conte spoke a lot about a player called Saul. He's a great young midfielder. He seemed to really be waxing lyrical about him. So, just tons and tons of talent on each side. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Hazard does tonight.